Hello, friends. Yeah. So I am. If this is your first time on my channel, very nice to meet you. My name is Leia Solanganisa. You can call me Leia. Pronouns she, they, he. I'm pretty pronoun fluid. Yeah, I'd just like to welcome you and thank you for clicking on this video. Today's reading, I actually just filmed one, and the one I just filmed was more about like romance and love life. And that was so funny because it ended up being about different things. And sometimes you start these videos or you start a reading and you have like an idea of what you're gonna say or what's gonna go on, and then spirit or ancestors throw something different at you. And so for that video, if you haven't watched it, I do suggest you do. And it's the one right before this one, and it's because some of those messages were not just about like love or romance. And so anyways, I took a little break and I uploaded that video, so it's processing. But it's like 7 p.m. and I'm drinking this matcha. But yeah, it's so nice to meet you, and I'm happy you're joining me on this channel. My name is Leia. I am a drag queen, also tarot reader, and then I do other businesses that are NSFW and I can't talk about, but but that's kind of me. And a brief overview is I got into tarot. Interestingly, kind of during I started when I was 15, but I throughout my life got more and more into it until I was eventually giving readings to family and friends. And at that time, I don't think my spirituality really coalesced. And I'm still learning, and we're all really learning. But it was kind of COVID that really put me into touch with my ancestors, into conversation with my ancestors for the very first time, which was beautiful for me because I never really, I don't know, I feel like I used to approach tarot in such like a psychological way, like, oh, these are your subconscious messages. And now I'm kind of half and half. Like I do it like from like a psychological self-care, detachment perspective, really influenced by my journey in therapy. And I also do it, to connect to spirit, and kind of my purpose is to connect people to ancestors, to their innate power, and to kind of ancestral wisdom, which helps us manifest and unlock. And that's why this channel is called Ancestral Miracle, because kind of like that idea, like, oh, we're our ancestors' wildest dreams. Our ancestors also bring us miracles if we ask and if we're in conversation with them. And as a Filipinx person, I really believe that. And for all my readings, I really do try to summon and talk to like my lola, my lolo, my older brother who passed away before I was born, my uncle, my ancestors and my queer ancestors as well, to help guide my intuition. So I read intuitively. I draw from the symbolism of the cards. I try to channel messages from spirit and from my ancestors, and sometimes I haven't really done this in the pick a cards yet, but definitely in my personal readings that are video readings or live Zoom meetings, I do try to channel messages from people's ancestors, and so you know that is I mean, giving credit where it's due. I really just my neighbor is a spiritualist. She's a hoodoo conjurer named Satara, and her Instagram is I am Satara. She's like the coolest person, nicest person ever. And it was kind of meeting her was kind of the tail end and also beginning of like my journey to connecting with my ancestors. So it's really weird. Sometimes you meet people in life who just align with you, or they give you little messages that in retrospect led you to like a specific path or a perception of the world. And I really believe that. And, I'm a little tired right now, but I really was really compelled to do this reading because I have so many creative friends ever since I was a kid. I was a little gay theater student, whatever. And, and now I do drag. But I was also a musician before I was doing theater. So, so I've always been kind of around creatives. And I start every reading out with a general reading that I really, really want everyone to watch and tune into. For me, it's really important that you watch the general readings because they set the tone. Kind of sermon-like, and I was just talking to my boyfriend right now, and I was just like, I feel like I finally understand priests. Like, not the creepy ones, but like the ones who are nice. Like, I get it now. Like priests, priestesses, I don't know. Like people who make sermons. I'm like, because basically I've just been doing sermons at the start of these videos. And I'm like, I am so fucking ranting. Like, but these kind of little mini general readings, to me, like set the tone of what I'm about to talk about. So there's kind of two readings for every video. There's the general reading, and then there's the one or the two or the three that resonate with you. And I don't just say that just so you let the video run on for long and give me more ad revenue. Totally not the reason, but you know, I do a lot of readings for drag queens. I've done quite a few actually, and artists and people in theater and queer folk of all sorts. And something that really struck with me for this general reading. And by the way, if you want to do like, if you want to get specific messages, please do book with me. My Google form is below. It's sliding scale. Pay what you can. It's no longer free because I didn't want to do free labor. Like, I'm sorry, I have to survive. It's capitalism. Like, I legit have rent too. So, but if money's tight, yeah, reach out to me. Then yeah, let's do it for free. But I don't offer for free directly anymore. But especially if you're trans, and person of color, yeah, reach out to me. And then it really is pay what you can. But I don't directly advertise free anymore because I know I'm trying to make income, I'm trying to make this my practice. And I've been reading since I was 15. And I said this earlier, but I had all this mental, emotional, physical upheaval this year, past 2 years. And that, and only in retrospect do I realize, was about, moving into my purpose to connect me with spirit and my family and my ancestors. And so I truly believe, as a Filipinx person, we're so ancestor heavy, that, really my ancestors are the source of my power, as a person, source of my heart. And it should be the same for you, really. And ancestor never has to be blood related. It's, family that resonates with you, for you. But for this general reading, this Earth card really spoke to me because, I was thinking really about the concept of stardom. And I know so many people who are stars, like legit, like so talented, so funny, so charismatic, but who sometimes can have really unhealthy relationships with art. And I was talking to someone this week about drag. I was doing a reading for a drag queen, and I was like, so much of drag is, the persona you build that's what sparks your inner child. That's what makes you a star. But so often, people forget that it's a relationship to yourself. And so a lot of people are like, I can't do this anymore. I can't be this character. I can't, go to clubs or, do shows because I'm just trying to repair and heal. And it's true because, art is about healing, and it's about really cementing who you are first and creating the space so you can create. And I'm going to get to this in a second, but I think if you're going to take one message from this video, and then let me write that down actually, because if you're going to take one message from this video, it is the idea that, if you manifest, if you create, you have to do it from a place of clarity. And personally, for me, in so many areas of my life, I have been trying to push, only realizing that things weren't happening because, I wasn't taking care of my body. I wasn't getting enough sleep. Emotionally, I was, there's an imbalance, a bit of a mess sometimes. Relationships, a bit of a mess. And that, but kind of, I realized last year, not too long ago, in the winter, I wasn't taking care of myself, and it was really impacting my ability to make things happen in my art and in my relationships, career connections with people. And once I started to clear the space, stuff started happening. And too often, we try to manifest out of a place of desperation and entitlement. Like, we need this. Why is no one complimenting me? I need this to happen for me. I deserve this platform. And it's like, it's no. I don't think that is how you should operate at all. And why I think that way is because I believe art, and this sounds so freaking kooky. And I mean, if you know me, I'm kooky. I'm a kooky person. I'm a kooky boy. But like, art is important because it's spiritual and it changes the world, right? And it changes your community and the people you know, and because it changes you. But if your art doesn't have a purpose behind it, and this is, I really do critique straight people, white people, people who are so invested in imperialism, because sometimes you can tell when when they make something, and it's being derived from a place that is not authentic or that's appropriative. But if you don't align with the purpose in your art, it robs you of magnetism. And to get to this Earth card, what I mean to say is if you don't make stuff happen with your art, if your art is serving yourself, it comes across. It really does. If your art is like, look at me, I'm fucking amazing, it comes across as that's what it is. And that's not bad. But if you can infuse it with like, this is what my art does for people, for my people, for myself, for my history, it makes you powerful. It gives you a platform. It gives you a sense of responsibility, of gravity, and it really increases your charisma. So many drag queens I know, and artists I know. I was raised a classical musician, by the way. I played piano from the age of four or five, and I stopped my lessons when I was 18. But so many people create from a place that's like, and I live on a busy street, so I'm so freaking distracted. But I don't know. I mean, my street's really busy, and a lot of houseless people come through, and they go through the trash, so we leave out the trash so they can get stuff. And there's kids on the block, so if there are sounds, my apologies. But it's part of why I have this 432 hertz deepest healing music in the background. But what was I saying? Art has for your art to magnetize and for you to be a star, you have to take care of your energy fuel. Because if you're operating from a place that is your energy isn't cleared, it comes across, and you won't be able to create opportunities. It's something I believe. And further, if your art is only serving yourself, I think art should be for the community. It should be healing, transformative, rebellious, original, authentic. But if you're creating from a place that is, I need to please, I need to get on this certain platform, it can take you 5 steps back. And I told someone that last week. I told multiple people that this week, and not even just in art, also in business. But this earth, we have to nurture this planet and live in harmony with this planet. I'm really reconsidering my relationship to meat, and not like cock. That's not what I'm talking about. Oh my God, I'm so nasty. But I'm reconsidering my relationship to penis and to men in general and to people I'm sexually attracted to, aside from body parts, right? But like, I think we reconsider our relationship to the earth. And for me, trying to, rely less on like the meat industry that causes suffering and so much pain. It's, it's hard to disengage from that because I love bacon, but this planet that we nurture, it's the same relationship with your art. And so I felt compelled to pick this. And I actually deliberately picked each of these because I really wanted 3 different piles. With the last reading, I kind of just picked, that resonated with me. Like, oh, okay. But this one, like, I was like, okay, well, these colors to me are so reminiscent of like the chakras, and like energy and aura. So these are specific picks. And I feel like they're more powerful that way. And I shuffle beforehand. I shuffle some oracles, and then I clarify with the tarot. And I have lots of decks, 10 in combined. By the way, these NASA ones were for my partner, and he didn't want them, so I've used them myself for like tarot readings, oracle, and they make beautiful oracle cards. They're just full of messages. And this is Earth. Wouldn't it be crazy if this was like Jupiter and I thought it was Earth? Like, what the fuck? But this is Earth. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's Earth. But so that's just a question that I have for you is how are you nurturing yourself? You know what I mean? And I think this, if you ask me, a lot of creatives are full of lots of love and light, but it can be so easily twisted into an unhealthy version of that, which is a form of entitlement, And oftentimes when we don't get what we want, it's because it wasn't aligned for us. And we have to have the humility to recognize either we weren't ready, or it'll come at a better time, or we didn't fit with the roster, you know what I mean? And that's out of our decision. But the only thing you can control is, are you nurturing yourself so you can be magnetic? And that's charisma. Honey, that is charisma. Oh my God, that was so cheesy. But like, that's charisma. It's you know, it's like Maya Angelou says, it's how you make people feel. And you can't make people feel good if you don't feel good about yourself. You know, you can be vulnerable and if people identify with you, but like, you know, to empower people, you have to, that has to come from a place of self-love. And sometimes that takes years. But when we do that, it changes our art in so many ways. It really does. It has rippling effects on our decisions, the costumes we make, the collaborations we pursue, the way we organize, make shows happen. So, I really just wanted to say that, and I have no idea who's watching this video, but I will advertise on my my normal drag account, which is Leia underscore Talanganita. But yeah, temperance is really, and I picked these. Shadowscapes is, Stephanie Puman Law is a huge artistic inspiration for me, and I talk about her all the time. So legit, I will talk about her in every video, I swear. But SPM Law is her Instagram, and beautiful watercolor painter. And this Shadowscapes deck, which I shoplifted when I was 15, when I was getting into tarot. This wasn't the thing I shoplifted. I think the universe rectified that and took those cards away from me because I did steal them. So I had to buy these responsibly. Well, not responsibly because it was through Amazon, so a little unethical. But but you know, these really activate, I think, the creative spirit and really remind us to imagine. And temperance is the card of alchemy, but it's also the card of balance and manifestation from a place of balance. Six of Pentacles reversed is really asking you to, where are you not being generous with yourself and your creativity? What risks are you not taking? And the Lovers, is your art coming from a place to heal, an aspiration to heal? A place of self-love rather than desperation. And I was told by someone in marketing that like, really, if you market an independent business, it should never come from like, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. And it's the same with like drag, the same with like, you know, music. It's never look at me, look at me, look at me. It's like, here, it should be, here I am in my authentic stardom. I am magnetic and you can't resist because this shit is original, bitch. Like that is what drives. And I don't know, I feel like I wish I had these conversations more with drag artists. I feel like I just rant to my really close friends about it. I'm just like, everyone is always talking about the platform they want and not about what they're gonna do with it. And that is how you get a platform and you are irresponsible with it because you didn't do the self-work. And then in front of a national audience, you know, you can really hurt people and you don't want to do that. You know, really give yourself a divine purpose. And divine purpose really is, what do you spark in other people or on this planet that is uniquely you? What is the gift you bring to others? Divine purpose is never like, oh, I'm here to be famous. I'm here to have a family. I'm here to be a teacher even. It's more specific. It's like, well, I'm here to connect people with heart. I'm here to make people realize their, to draw wisdom and miracles from their ancestry. I'm here to make people feel wonder at the universe. That is purpose. It's not, I'm here to be a bad bitch star, because, you know, people don't fall in love with that. It can be charming, but even let's transform that. You're not on this earth to be a star. You're here to show people the power of stardom through nurturing yourself, you know? And I think a lot of drag queens need to hear that. I don't know. I mean, I'm not naming anyone in specific. I truly am not. It's just the vibe I get intuitively is, you know, investing in your stardom means healing from trauma and showing other people that. And then what? You're immortal because that lasts forever. People remember that forever. People don't remember runways forever. They remember how you made them feel through your authenticity, your vulnerability, through healing, you know? And so I was shuffling. So that was the general reading for today. with this earth card that I picked and these shadowscapes. I want to look like that. Fuck my pussy. That is beautiful. Should I be saying these things? I don't know, but it's my style. And I was told, have your own style. Don't copy other tarot readers. So I'm like, well, I am nasty and I curse a lot. But I love my grandma, and I'm always like asking my grandma to come through, and then I'm always just like, fuck my pussy, and she's probably like, okay, nam, little, oh, I don't know, bakla, whore, like, okay, I'm legit insane, but I am triple fire, so it explains my ADHD. Pile 1, pile 2, and pile number 3. Yeah. So. I hope, God, that was 20 minutes. I mean, this is going to be a long one. I hope my phone does not die. But that was an important one. And that was kind of a reading I think everyone needs to listen to. So that's kind of it. But let's go through these. So this one, this green one with red, is the Pleiades, which is, oh, well, don't look at this, but it's the Pleiades. Let me cover these. This is the Antini galaxies. It's beautiful spiral. And this, ooh, powerful, is this a solar eclipse, isn't it? So I mean, don't look at those cards that I just pulled up underneath. Oh my god, embarrassing. But you know, really meditate and imagine yourself at your prime, in your most healed, your most confident, and pick what most resonates with you. Even if you didn't want to imagine that, what resonates with you? Maybe you already knew when you clicked on this video. And we will start. Because you are a star. So, 21. 45, yeah. Okay, pile number 1. Let's start with you. Oops. So we will move these to my little chair next to me. So pile number 1, you got colors and numbers, which is funny because I picked this for the last reading, which was the love life reading, which you should watch. Emotions are running high. Oh, I didn't realize this. Show the world the real you in reverse. Okay, so pile number 1. I heard Spirit say, come on. Spirit is really communicating, and let me just really take a minute to center and really ask my ancestors. Spirit is saying, come on, dude. Come on, dude. That's what I heard. Intuitive. That's what I heard. I try to channel these messages, and they pop up in my brain. Come on, dude. Let the guard down. Show the real world you in reverse. Full moon in Aquarius. Aquarius, and if you, I said this in the last video, but Aquarius, each zodiac sign really brings a very karmic, spiritual lesson. And they work in tandem, all the zodiac signs. That's how I interpret Western astrology, which can be diluted to personality quiz, you know, BuzzFeed, you know, nonsense. But my neighbor told me that, you know, because it's colonized, and it was really turned into a personality quiz, you know, Western astrology. But Aquarius, karmically, what it really brings is authenticity and a love of just for the sheer good of the species and the earth, making weird shit happen because it's forward thinking and it revolutionizes the field. This pile, the creative blockage, is you are emotional, emotions are running high, there's a nervousness about doing weird things. And Spirit is saying, with the, you know, this pairing, orange and green, not a very aesthetically pleasing pairing most of the time, unless it's Halloween. But Spirit is saying, let yourself be your real self. A lot of people, when they, you know, pursue their art, are really thinking about, like, well, what's good for the brand? Oh, God, I talked to someone this week. I hate that word. Brand, because it's a capitalist word. Really, there's no such thing as brand. It's the universe you create. What is the universe you are making? Because brand is like how you package yourself. If you concern yourself too much with brand, you really, oh, look at this cute frog, but you really think too much about what is palatable to audience, to bookers, to people who listen to my music, to people who buy my paintings. brand can be such a negative. It can have such a limiting connotation. And so don't think brand. Think, what is the universe you are trying to make with your art? And that Aquarius is really pushing you to create that. And oftentimes, the thing you are most scared of doing, or that's so not you, or that's so like, oh my, I would never. I mean, oh my god, I almost said something nasty, but the algorithm will definitely push me down. I feel like, by the way, I totally got shadow banned on Insta because I was posting thought traps or thirst traps, and I was just like, anyways, okay, random. I'm gonna shut up, but it's that don't limit yourself. Emotions are running high. I think this pile has there's a perilousness to the connection to art, to the creative, and really these colors. The green is the heart chakra. It's really why I have peridot, aventurine, and this my cute kawaii frog here. And also matcha, which is green. This is matcha. Ooh, green is the color of the heart chakra, and the heart is, if you think about it, it's kind of where the art is infused with purpose. The heart, because it's where it's if you give from the heart, your stuff is magnetic. People can relate to it. It comes from a place of love, not trying to show off or one up people. But the sacral chakra, which is this orangey. So this is what I really think. I think this is why this resonated, because the heart and the sacral chakra need to be worked on in this pile. But the sacral chakra is creation, and it's creation in all its forms. It's cooking meals. It's creating like a rose lavender bath. It's creating business plans, even, you can think of. And really, this pile is asking you, Spirit is asking you to create differently. Do the thing you don't want to do, because something is not working with this pile. There's a blockage of some sort. Colors, numbers. What colors inspire you? What colors would you never wear? Numbers, maybe 22 or 30. Have a resonate with you. Maybe you're scared of what happens when you become 30. Yeah, 7 of Pentacles. I'm going to read this. Well, sideways, I'll take it ambivalently. 7 of Pentacles really is about watching your garden grow, watching home life improve, money come in, planting seeds of business, watching projects build slowly over time, and tending. And this is saying you're in flux with this energy. It's almost like you don't know how to tend to your art. And oftentimes, if you don't know what to do with creatively, it's a problem with this. With the roots, with your sense of safety, security, and emotional blockages. People are like, I don't know what to do with my art. I don't have any inspiration. I saw that the other day. Someone posted that, like, oh, I don't know what to. I'm just not inspired. It's okay. Well, the muse comes and goes, but the only thing you can control is, are you digesting inspiration? Watch The Office, read a comic book you like, listen to music, look at pretty things on Pinterest. Charms might inspire you. Maybe this is inspiring you to make something aesthetically. Is it? And that's why I really love the Shadowscapes deck, because sometimes when I don't know what to draw or design or paint, I just look through it and I'm like, yeah, that's a fucking costume right there. And I've done that. Legit, if you go on my Instagram, I swear to God, half of the costumes I've built are because I looked through this deck and this deck. And I was like, that is inspiring me to make something of a similar meaning. And some stuff I've drawn from poems, cultural events. I'm not that prolific. I'm still very new, right, as a drag queen. But you can take your inspiration from things that aren't media, that aren't just drag, and you create your own unique Aquarian. Oh, I mean, universe. I thought of Aquaria. I feel like a drag queen is watching this pile. This one feels to me like a very drag pile. I'm not just saying that because I'm advertising it on my drag account. But this pile is saying there's the brand you've built. Nuh-uh. Throw it out the window. Do something different. And oftentimes, the thing you don't want to do will strengthen your brand more. The spirituality is really, it changed my makeup. Because I'm doing this thing with my face now. I'm trying to explore looking like these paintings. But it really was falling in love with tarot again. That was like, I need to do something that reflects that kind of aesthetic, that dreamy aesthetic. And it changed the way I did my makeup. And you would never expect that. You would never, if you were like, how do I get over this creative block? I would never be like, well, rediscover God and you'll do your makeup in a different way. Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. But like, God, I just had a heart palpitation from this coffee. Three of Cups, collaboration, emotional fulfillment. Three of Cups reverse is a blockage of working with other people, friendship. I think maybe you're scared of alienating your community if you do something different. Maybe you're scared of doing something that's like it wouldn't let you fit in with a certain group of people, and you need to break free from that and just worry about your own garden and worry about friends who are open enough to collaborate with you. This Three of Cups is about celebration. Maybe you used to work a lot in group settings, on stage, at the bar, in a classroom, and you used to really spark off of other people's energy, and you're kind of in this lonely, my own garden energy because of COVID. And Spirit is saying there are ways to collaborate that don't involve getting together. There's ways to collaborate, commenting on people's posts, saying, "Hey, I like what you do. Let's do something together someday." Someone sent me that, and and it didn't turn into anything quickly, but that seed is there with me and that person now, and I think I respect that person so much for asking me that. Knight of Pentacles. Yes, the creative inclinations of this deck is too focused on the earth when it needs to be focused on the heart and the sacral chakra. It's too focused on like what was going to bring success, money, prosperity, recognition. No, the Knight of Pentacles sometimes can be a young earth sign. So maybe you have your Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or maybe you have those strong placements. But it's saying, earth energies are so beautiful. And all my friends are earth signs. Crazy, right? All my friends, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, and my family too. And also the people I try to date are earth. Tell me why, Lord Jesus, tell me why I was cursed with an earth sign fetish. But that was a joke, but I'm not trying to shit on earth signs. But it can be earth signs sometimes, and I tweeted this a while back, can sometimes have trouble accessing really the heart with the green, that chakra, can really have trouble expressing and trusting their intuition. And your intuition is telling you to take advantage of Aquarian, which is air energy. And Three of Cups, which is energy from the heart, heart chakra. Colors and numbers. Maybe there's a color. Yeah, pick a color on this freaking screen. Pick a color that resonates. Purple, green, orange, yellow. This pastel yellow, right? This orchid I have that creates a beautiful perception of depth, by the way. So, cinematographer who? Bitch. But, oh, fuck. I just try to have fun. Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups, Three of Pentacles. It's almost like collaboration has not been emotionally fulfilling. Ten of Cups is very unhappiness, unfulfillment. Like and I, you know what? For this reading, I'll let everything go to 20 minutes. I just hope my phone doesn't die. That would be a nightmare. But this Ten of Cups is like, it is a lack of joy. Feeling like something was supposed to be rewarding and it's not, whatever resonates for you. And the Three of Pentacles really makes me think of partnerships and working with other people, or even like, I'm not getting noticed by people in my field who can give me opportunities, like shows, like a record label, a deal, like a book, publications, if you're an academic, journals I publish in if you're a poet. It's almost like I don't know how to work with people. Like I'm not getting what I want. And Spirit is saying you cannot control that. You cannot control opportunities that come your way. You can only control, like I said here, are you nurturing yourself? And if you didn't watch the general reading, you need to watch the general reading because it was kind of the part one to every reading. So please watch the general reading that I marked in the timestamps. But that is really what I'm getting from this pile. And let's go on a little more, yeah? But that is, it's you know what I'm feeling, and that's Shadowscapes, my favorite of all time, tied with The Little Prince, which if you haven't read, is a beautiful book about creativity and friendship and love and grief, mourning, and loss of innocence and retaining innocence as a form of self-care and love of other people. Profound, right? It's a kid's book and it has all those themes. So if you haven't read it, read the original translation, because the new one, quite frankly, sucks. Page of Cups. There's ideas that you tease and you don't want to move into. Move into those ideas. Move into weird ideas that you're like, I don't know, that's so not me. That's not her. Who is she? It's saying you need to, what you suspect will emotionally satisfy you, as long as it's healthy, likely will emotionally satisfy you. What you suspect will creatively inspire you, will likely. Yeah, Ace of Swords, it's these ideas, and the Hierophant, something about school, returning to school and studying something, religion, spirituality, tarot, costume making, makeup, songwriting, new ways of songwriting, new freaking like modes of harmony, you know? Fuck Western key signatures. Do fucking write something in the Dorian mode. If you're that was such a nerdy music joke. I don't know, unless you're like a musician, you know how fucking nerdy that joke was. Write a song in the Dorian mode. Like, yeah, but it's a form of reflection and study. This, I'm really feel to, you know, and I try to give every pile magic to do and free write for you. Free write as if you're talking to your inner child and letting them talk, and it'll put you into contact with your heart chakra. Peridot, the same color as the heart chakra. And this Ace of Swords, I think, yeah, communicate an idea. Bounce off with somebody. Protect your ideas, because sometimes new ideas can be impacted by people's energy unknowingly. Not to make you paranoid. That's why I think everyone needs a form of spiritual protection and like release, and asking ancestors for protection and making ancestors offerings, because you need to protect your ideas, but communicate them and pursue them. Ace of Swords means you had a good idea once, and I think you kind of shoot it away with this in reverse. And it's saying, no, return, think about it, plan it, and do it. I think this pile needs to revisit weird ideas that they thought were too uncool. Like, this pile is giving me seriously, like, I'm too cool for school vibes. If you're a visual artist, let's give you a card right now. Oh, here it is. If you're a visual artist, make something, a performance, a song about how this Jupiter and the moon makes you feel. Jupiter and Io. Blue reveals high clouds. Okay. I mean, that's something. If this sparks, I feel like for someone out there, these are general readings. So, if you want more specific guidance, please book with me. My form is below, and it is sliding scale, which does not mean free. Oh my god, that sounded so cunty. Should I say that? Oh my god, I said cunty on TV. Oh, this isn't TV. This is YouTube. Fuck. It's a Sunday. Oh my god, ADHD. Okay, but everyone thinks I'm high. I'm not. I just had caffeine. But yeah, that's you. This pile needs to literally return to weirdness as a form of praxis. Because really, sometimes we can really judge ourselves before. And for me, the most transformative things in my life have been the things like, I don't know if I want to, like this. I don't know. For so long, for many months, I was like, I don't know if I should do readings. I'm not like my neighbor. I'm not that cool. You know, I'm not like I'm not freaking like the goddamn fucking Hollywood psychic. That white boy who's like fucking making money on TV. Like trying to fucking contact the Black Dahlia. I don't know. I mean, oh, God bless. I should not be joking about that. But, ooh, let's see this. Knight of Cups. Yeah, it's like these ideas, you don't know if they're going to make you happy. And Spirit is saying, yes. That's not a coincidence that these new ideas you have with the Ace of Swords and the Page of Cups, like almost entertaining. How wouldn't that be funny if I did that performance? It's saying, oh no, that's the thing that's going to bring you fulfillment. And here's the kicker. If you allow your art to transform, people fall in love with you because they're like, wow, I am changing with her. She has developed, she has grown, and I see myself in her. Not sexually, but like, creatively. Or both. But and that is what Spirit is saying. This pile, this is a very kind of straightforward. Let's get something from. Well, let's get something from the Little Prince. Let's see what's something this book, Four Cups reverse. This pile can do to spark a creative project. What's a project? Four of Cups is getting over heartbreak. So if it was something like, I don't know if I should make a personal number, personal song, personal drawing, personal poem. Yeah, Spirit is saying, yep, do that. Infuse your personal narrative in your art because that's not replicatable and no one can do what you do. Ace of Cups. It's almost like there's an emotional blockage of some form of pain. And if you were to turn that into something, Six of Swords reverse, instead of running away from it with that Six of Swords reverse, I mean, the Zilich Tarot is calling that one science. If you stopped thinking so rationally, like what's rational for you to do, it would really unlock a lot. Knight of Swords. It would really help you get over stressors creatively. And the star, it would really help you unlock your stardom so this becomes upright. This looks like White Diamond from Steven Universe with that star shape. Maybe this looks like a costume you want to make. I mean, I honestly thought that when I saw it. So, I mean, don't steal that from me, but... Or do. I mean, whoever makes it first, right? but maybe Steven Universe is a huge inspiration for you. But that's what I'm getting for this pile. And let me do one oracle for you. This dream. Let me do a moonology and then a dream. What is guidance for artistic unblocking for pile number 1? That was a very interesting pile. I know which of the piles seemed really stressful. I'm not going to tell you which one it was. But I mean, stick around if others resonated. Your dreams need a practical plan. It's time to release negativity. Be bold to make the first move. Do something new. Do something you don't expect. Let that reinvigorate you. And if it doesn't work out, at least you tried. And at least the universe will reward you with a lesson, which sometimes it's all you need to guide yourself to a better aesthetic, a better way of performing, creating. Believe in the impossible reverse. It's like, here's the thing, especially with these artists, drag queens, people who are actors, it's, you create the persona, and that's beautiful because it unlocks you. And then you get caught up in brand or fucking, like, impressing people. And then what happens? You stifle the inner child that made you realize you wanted to do the art in the first place. Let me say that again. You judge yourself and you stifle the inner child that wanted you to make the art in the first place. And that's not why you pursued drag or painting or music or songwriting or film. And so I hope that resonates. But be bold, make the first move, believe in the impossible. Leap, the energy of the fool. Leap and the universe, the net will appear. In love, too, because especially these earth signs don't want to take risks if it involves any form of instability, which can be such a gift, that Taurian gift. But leap, and make a plan, and then leap, and the universe will catch you. And stop releasing and release these doubts. That was pile number 1. So, sending love your way. And if you want more specific guidance and a sounding board, hit me up. And, talk to me on Instagram and book a reading with me. Book a reading with me. Sliding scale. I'm a nice person. When I'm not evil. No, I'm just kidding. This is why I didn't like the intro I filmed, because I really wasn't myself. But this is literally me, like this weirdness. And you embrace it. And I have 5 siblings, and I realized very early on, that's what I bring to the table, is I make people see things that they haven't seen, because I'm weird. And yeah, maybe sometimes people don't know how to approach me, but at least I spark something. And that's what I try to bring in my art. And you have to embrace your weirdness. Don't other yourself by being too scared of being the other. Because when you don't make leaps, when you don't risk, you really block yourself. The thing, I'll say it again to close out pile number 1. The thing, and to transition to pile number 2, so 44. Let's get through 44, 44. But the thing that you are scared of is the thing really you secretly want to do. I mean, when these homophobic people comfort me, I know they just want my tight pussy, my tight Asian pussy. I mean, how could they not? It's pink. My asshole. Okay, I'm gonna shut up. Okay, well, I mean, hopefully you like my personality. I was told to have my own personality when I do readings. This is pile number 2. Beautiful. So you got antennae galaxies. Its arms, which are not pictured, first arose from the energy released during the galaxy's collision. Ooh. Which began 100 million years ago. Girl, she old. Legend. Community pillar right there. Maybe you're a little older. Maybe you're older and you're pursuing something that is new for you. Okay, this is so funny. The flying one, because I got that in the other reading I filmed today, and I was like, you need to listen to that Haim song. And now I'm falling. Don't stop. No, I'll never give up. I'll never look back, never give up. And if it gets rough, it's time to get rough. Oh. I don't think she moaned like that at the end. But, you know. And all of these decks are different. I really just choose. I shuffle some oracles beforehand. This time, for the NASA ones, I did pick what resonated with my spirit. For some reason, I feel like these need to be across. But, what do you need to be free of? Are you ready to take risks and fly solo? What do you need to feel empowered? Focus. For enlightenment, stay in the moment. Chop wood, carry water, avoid distraction, meditate. This one in reverse. Have faith in your dreams. Okay, this pile is having a bout of lack of self-confidence. That's I feel spirit is telling me that. And let me take a second to center. Because my matcha is making me hyper. A new start is coming in reverse. This pile is in its own way. Growth reverse, freedom reverse. A new romantic cycle begins. Okay, that one was weird. This pile, you're getting in your own way. You're getting in your own way because, and it's because you're not having faith in your dreams and you're not allowing yourself to fly because you're scared of falling. Really, if you want to manifest and if you want to soar into the sky, you have to really do a lot of inner self-work to accept failure and to accept the resiliency that if you fail, it will only make you better because you will have learned a great divine lesson. And failing is process of elimination, especially in relationships. You learn what you don't want, what doesn't work. Oh God, I listened to that Feist song, like now I know what I don't want. I learned that with you. The saddest part of a broken heart. Oh my God, my voice is so bad. Isn't the ending so much as the start? So that's the saddest part of a broken heart isn't the ending. So it's not the thing you actually fear, but it's the start. Like it's the thing you're scared of forming or the thing you're mourning. And this pile, similar to pile 1, so if it resonated with you, please watch both. If pile 1 also resonated, but it's like this pile, even more than number 1. Because number 1 was so like, you have to embrace your weirdness. Like, girl, be alternative. Fuck. But like, this pile is so like, it's almost like, oh, I don't know what to do. But it's like, you know what to do. You know what to do that will grant you growth and freedom. And it's usually the thing you're scared of. I'm saying this intuitively, and it's usually the thing that you're like, oh God, that's such a risk. That would be so embarrassing. Growth requires you to step outside of your comfort zone, and this pile is glued to its comfort zone to the point where it's there's a bitterness. It's like, oh, I don't feel free. I feel stifled creatively. But it's because you have this limiting belief that you should be a certain way. And pile number 1 really had that energy. Let's see what makes this one different. I think what makes this different is pile number 2 had a dream that was knocked down recently. Maybe you auditioned for something you didn't get. Maybe you're like a ballet dancer. Maybe you had something that was going to happen and then COVID happened and it was canceled. And it could even be romantic, really with the heart chakra, which infuses our art with divinity. If the heart is blocked, if it's rusty, you can't make art that speaks to people because they cannot connect to the part of you that is the vulnerable part, which is the green, 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 this matcha, green, this frog, green, my asshole, green. Oh, someone's outside. Sorry, I live on a busy street. So, people come through all the time. And so, my apologies for any sounds, any people talking. But, and this spirit is saying you have a new cycle that's supposed to be happening and you're delaying it by procrastination because you're scared, because you've been knocked down. And maybe someone knocked you down that you loved. And if that resonates, really think. The first thing you think is usually correct. Trust your intuition. But it's this energy of it's this energy of you're not allowing yourself to progress, to grow into freedom. It reminds me of the energy of the devil, which is the card in the tarot that is so much about codependency and unshackling yourself from ruminations and anxious, fearful attachments. If we get the devil, I would be so shook. My titties would explode. That's how shook I am. Four of Pentacles reverse, letting go of greed and keeping to yourself. Page of Wands, wanting to move forward to adventure, to a spark of creativity and joy. Four Cups reversed, which is about, letting go of heartbreak and finding gratitude for what you do have in your garden. But Spirit and pile number 2, angel guides, spirit guides. Let's ask. This one's a little more mysterious than pile number 1. Pile number 1 is so straightforward, I feel. Very rare, but King of Cups. Okay, it's heartbreak, the lovers. Oh, I just got chills. This is usually such a happy card, but when I saw it, I got chills. Through my pussy, up my spine, and through my crown chakra. But this is, there's a level of heartbreak that has caused a lack of self-trust to the point where it's not even, well, emotionally I will be okay. It's, will my ideas be okay? Ideas and art are connected to your emotional health. And read The Artist's Way, even just like the first 2 chapters, and you will feel what I'm talking about. Because it is about, if you can't trust yourself that you will be okay in your heart, how can you trust you will be okay with anything you pursue? And there's a lack of faith in dreams because this person who I'm reading for, if this resonates, has had such heartbreak and this trauma. I mean, trigger warning if if it's too hard to listen. But the first thing you think about, the first few things, death in reverse. A lack of wanting to really move on. High Priestess in reverse. Connection to spirituality, spiritual connection is fraught. Knight of Swords. Okay, I need you, pile number 2. Whatever's happening in your brain, breathe with me, inhale, exhale through your mouth, and carry that feeling to your heart space. Operate from there. Because there is an ending, a form of an ending of innocence that was supposed to create a spiritual lesson that you don't want to pursue because you're ruminating on it from a mental perspective. This was unexpected. This is so similar to pile number 1, so you should listen to pile number 1 as well. But this one is so much about the inner child and hurts. And, hurts. And I was telling someone I love today, I was like, dude, you carry this pain. This, like, I'm going to be alone kind of like pain. Like, oh, fuck relationships, fuck dating apps. Like, this is the cafe where Robert broke up with me, whatever. It's like you carry that, and that becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, because if you don't focus on lessons and how a heartbreak taught you to invest in yourself, if you don't pull that from it, it becomes cyclical. It haunts you. It becomes a haunting. And people, and I ask my Lola, my Lolo, my brother, my uncle for protection all the time. People who passed away, I ask them protection. But oftentimes when we have night terrors, when we are, deities, no, not deities, entities, it's because they're attracted to blockages and frustrations. And this pile needs to get in touch with your inner child. And I say that all the time to everybody. It's kind of the crux of my philosophy. But you're to yourself. And the blockage with this being scared of pursuing things that will align you with your destiny is because forlorn heartbreak and codependency. And I need you to, whoever hurt you, you need to forgive. And you don't forgive and forget, but you understand everyone operates from the inner child that is thrashing around if you're not self-aware. And in this cosmic dance, right, of souls. And people hurt people, and it's never intentional, most of the time. I mean, even if it is intentional, it's because you don't know how to love. And whoever hurt you, it's because, and I feel like I need to say this, and it will resonate with someone. And if it doesn't resonate with you, keep watching, because general readings have different messages for different people. So if you want better, not better, if you want more specific messages, book a reading with me below, sliding scale. But inner children are at play, the inner child, and it's not your fault for getting hurt, and it's not their fault for hurting you, and you need to cultivate the grace to move on. And that Knight of Swords, Aquarian, Libra, Gemini energy, move it down to the frickin' heart, bitch. Because there's a blockage with that King of Cups. I didn't even know this was here, but King of Cups reverse is an emotional instability. And the emotional instability for pile 2 is the reason for the creative block. It is the lack of connection to the heart chakra. And when this is not going to light up, it did! Oh my god. I had an orgasm. Like, that was so cool. It legit was not lighting up for past piles. It lit up for you, so it's a sign. But, lit up. It's the color of the heart chakra. It's glowing green, white, gold. And let's leave it on for just a little bit. It'll die. I mean, as happens sometimes. But that will help you create the emotional trust that will cause you to pursue cool things and trust in yourself. And you'll have more. And I think for this pile, there's a specific message coming through, which is romance is going to happen soon, but you're not letting it happen because your focus is on the wrong thing. It's on lack of faith and pain with pile number 2. This lovers. Yeah, I really felt, because when I pulled these cards, I was like, okay, this is just like pile 1, but there has to be a difference. And the difference is, pile 1 was so about like being an iconoclast weirdo. This one is such like you were hurt. And you don't know it, but it has caused an emotional block, which is impacting your creativity. And like I said, yeah, we create from the sacral, but we also create from the heart chakra, A new start is coming. Growth, freedom. Let's give you, and I give everybody magic. I give everyone, here's something you can do for your practice. A specific action. So Spirit, give us a specific practice. Queen of Cups reverse. Okay, reflect and journal. The moon. Okay, so maybe this resonates with your art. Maybe you should do something related to the moon. Maybe Lunar New Year speaks out to you. Maybe you learned something on Lunar New Year. You saw a performance, a piece of art that really inspired you. And it's like, that's a direction you should take. But it's the subconscious. And for this, the message is the moon, which is about the subconscious turmoil sometimes. And the Queen of Cups reverse, really looking to this cup, satisfied upright, but below it's frustration, impatience, temper. It's saying these subconscious emotional blockages, you need to do work to really cleanse. So journaling, keeping in touch with your inner child through audio diarying. Is there an actual spirit, an actual thing? King of Cups, you're getting all these cups. This pile, emotional girl. Like when Tiffany Pollard, like when Flava Flav is like, he's like fucking that bitch upstairs. Like, ah. Oh my god, they're gonna push my video down. Like, oh, and she has to like eat ice cream. It's like, you know, emotional burden with this this pile. Eight of Pentacles reverse is really about watching what you grow and working at it slowly, like the spider at a web. Reverse, I think it's almost saying take some time away from the webs you are spinning and work on your emotional health because, girl, you ever heard of BetterHelp.com? Who is refusing to sponsor me? I'm just kidding. What if that was real? What if like I contacted BetterHelp and they're like, no, queer. You're queer. Anyways, what if that was BetterHelp? Like, okay. Tell people that was the truth. I want rumors to spread that Leia Slanganisa was rejected from BetterHelp for being queer and not having enough followers. As the second reason. But yes. And once you do that, take a break from that web. And care, you will, something new is going to pop up. And let's see, what is it? Let's ask. Well, I didn't pull from this dream oracle for this deck. So let's do body. You'll develop a healthier relationship to your body. You will use your body more in your art. Your body will you'll become more confident, more stage presence. You will move through your art with more presence. Take a dance class. Really, connect yourself to your body. Oh, I have to ask about dance classes in my own life. But and really pay attention to your body. And I think you'll have a healthier relationship to your body, and then your body will become a major source of inspiration and love for you. And perhaps people made fun of your body, which is horrible. And I don't, fucking fat phobia, like, Jesus, like, people, you know what I mean? But like, and I say that because my older sister is fat, and I grew up really watching her get torn down by strangers. Horrible. People would just tear her down, like legit go up to her and say horrible things, and I was like 5, or I was like 9, 9, 10, because they were scared of a powerful woman who was, curvy and fat and freaking confident, and but for you, your body is a source of power, and once you do this, your relationship to your body will become a more present form in your arts. King of Swords. But yeah, get away from this mental rumination. Really think about the heart. Stressors, frustration, anger, carrying it by yourself. Seek community. Vent to people. Talk about things that have hurt you. Because there's a lack of expression with this pile. Well, I'll do one more. Because I don't want to end on that note. But for pile number 2. And if pile number 1 resonated, watch pile number 1. Because it was very similar. Okay, well, all these things wanted to fly. Yes. Cancerian energy is about compassion and emotional understanding and not reactivity, which is retreating into your shell. Beautiful blue. Beautiful blue. I think that's third eye. Nothing will come of the situation. If there's a situation that you're codependently attached to, the way you're operating is not serving you. It's not nothing will come of it, but the way you're operating in it, lack of getting a lesson from it, is not serving you, and it's not giving you the opportunity to have freedom and growth. Trust in your vision, pile number 2. Communicate your vision to people and tell people how you feel, especially about hurt. You got all the blue and purple cards. That's crown chakra, third eye, I believe. It might also be throat. I don't know. I need to study that. But communication. And then here you are, Cancerian. Maybe the heartbreak was personal loss. And it's saying your loved ones are okay. And, someone asked me the other day about, hey, when will my parents die? And I don't know if he's watching this video, but I was like, I don't feel comfortable answering that because I can see where it's coming from, which is the inner child wants to predict so it can make plan to be safe. You can't control endings of anything. What you can control, and what I answered for him, was how you can improve your relationship with your family. And I said, take them to dinner. Get them dinner, cook them a meal, and get them a gift. But I'm not going to tell you, when they're going to pass away because I don't want to. I just want I just want you to empower you, and it's not going to empower you to know when things happen. People are so codependent on tarot readings, and it's like, no, it's there to help you cultivate intuition. So you pick and choose what you resonate with, and then you develop intuition. Crazy, right? And that's how I developed my own, was through watching a lot of tarot readings, and it's also what taught me how to do it. Pile number 2, luck is on your side, but you need to deal with your heart. Your heart is a little broken. And look at this. You know, the light went out, but it's still cute. And you have to think of yourself the same way. It just needs a little recharge. So pile number 2, I hope that gave you some guidance. And we will move on now to pile number 3, which is 105.21. This is the longest one I've ever made, so hopefully, and I will upload this tomorrow, which is Monday, because I have one for today that I will advertise. And then tomorrow, I will advertise the, something's telling me to shuffle everything. Pile number 3. I'm getting the sense like, okay, you need to shuffle. Like Spirit is telling me, okay, those first 2 readings, yeah, that was like a piece of cake. Pile number 3 is like, where the fucked up shit begins to happen. No, I'm just kidding. Don't think that. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm a prankster. I legit am. And if you knew me when I was a kid, holy shit. I was mischievous because I'm Leo, Sun, Aries, rising, Sagittarius, Moon. And Sidereal, I'm different. I'm all water, basically, so it's different. But like, oh god, one time I frickin' fire extinguishered my friend's face and she had an allergic reaction. And I was like 15. And I thought it was the funniest shit until I realized she was crying. And I was like, oh my god. Like, I'm a monster. No, I'm just kidding. There's an intensity already. Spirit is telling me there's an intensity. Okay, addiction. Fiery. You cannot make this up. I picked this intuitively, but I did not pick that. Confidence. Heavy fire sign. Capricorn, Aries. Commitment is being tested. Surrender to the divine. Okay, this pile number 3 is absolutely intense. If you picked pile number 3, you are going through something absolutely intense. This is the sun going through a solar eclipse. Solar eclipses really like teach us, let me clarify actually, teach us huge lessons, you know. It can be huge transformative tower moments, I think. Maybe I'm not interpreting that correctly, but that in my experience. And I feel, yeah, it's about learning to work with yourself in new ways and find, you know, solar eclipse, find enlightenment in things that are upheaval, that are moving without you liking it, and really trudging along to manifest and create. I don't know, I just felt like I'll put those underneath, but I really felt I needed to say that. Solar eclipse. And you know, Leo, the sun of confidence is your key to success. Okay, so this pile is going to be a bit more intuitive. I don't feel compelled to pull much tarot cards for this pile, but pile number 3, let me ask Spirit for some channeled messages for pile number 3. I feel anger, a frustration with the self and others. And it's because of a creative block, or it's causing a creative block. It's like a goddamn, like wardrobe malfunction, like the anger of that. You know, if that ever happened to you. You know, like full nips out. Ugh, dude, like, I'm gonna hide forever. I'm so pissed. Take a risk if you are to lead a creative life. Invite creativity into your life. Create something new for yourself. Reverse, it's not happening. Fiery climax approaches, full moon Aries. Okay, defensiveness with this pile. There's a defensiveness, and I felt really, I knew when I was shuffling these oracles pre starting the video that like this was gonna be an energy. I was like, I felt it, I saw it in this, and that's kind of why I wanted to pick this, because this was so different to the other two. And pick what resonates, because you know these readings are all general, so some messages might not resonate, others might. And really book a personal reading with me to get more specific messages and guidance. But, you know, pick and choose what resonates with you. And even that includes other decks. And really watch the general reading for every video. You need to watch the general reading for every video. But your commitment is being tested with the first quarter moon on something that's growing. So artistically, maybe you're in an early phase of your career, and it is causing a sense of defensiveness. And it might be interpreted as confidence, which is beautiful. We all need that. You know, Leo really teaches us that. Leo really teaches us the spiritual beauty of protecting one's community and family and friends. That is very much the people are like, oh, Leo, you know, because I'm a Leo. People are like, oh, Leo is like show offy, life at the party, selfish. No, really, you know, self actualized fire signs, you know, fire, wands, staves is the element of creative spark and spiritual spark. You don't think of that when you think of Leo. You don't think spiritual journey. Wait, what? Leo? No, but that's true. Really, self actualized Leos in their regality can really teach you to embrace sparks towards spiritual discovery, artistic discovery, passion. This card, it's almost an overactivity of, well, of the fire. I almost didn't want to name the chakra because it could be so much, but like, there's an overactivity of defensiveness, and it's because you're operating in this mode of self-preservation, and this is why I tell everybody to get in touch with their inner child. And for me, you know, my mental disorders, my family's, you know, everyone's borderline in my family. The inner child, if it's not understood and if there's not a system to decompress, can operate from survival mode and really thrash about interpersonally, creatively, professionally, and you don't know, and it causes a fiery instability. You know, I didn't do pyromancy for the other two. I do pyromancy sometimes, which is I look into the flame and I ask for messages and I listen. You know, I ask spirit for messages, and I will do that for this pile. But really, what pile number 3 is learning is you need to surrender to the full moon. And I think of the moon, this is almost the moon, which is the card in the major arcana about the subconscious, about inner wounds, things that secrets under the surface. And it's saying the reactivity is because you have not touched. You need to touch this part of yourself. Full moon, it's overwhelming you. And so you're almost at your most reactive. And Spirit is saying, your work, yeah, you're a baddie. Good for you. It's paying off with that new moon in Capricorn. But, you know, Capricorn is so interesting. I have so many Capricorn friends. In fact, Capricorn is my number one friend. So many Capricorn. Capricorn, Virgo. And then Gemini. Those are like, you know, those are like the 3 signs I really find in my life. And then Pisces, Cancer. But you know, the pitfall, really the karmic lesson of the energy of Capricorn is an inability to connect to the greenness, the vulnerability of the heart. And the Capricorn is represented by the devil and the tarot, which is about codependent attachment to work, to workplace, to self limitation. And it's funny because Capricorn can really create anything they want, but they get in their own way because they charge from the head and the chest and the arms, but they need to, the karmic lesson of the Capricorn, really. And if your moon is in Capricorn, that's not, I don't believe in like auspicious placements, but yeah, that would be called a non-auspicious placement for many reasons. Mostly because the lunar energy is at odds with kind of Capricornian energy. Because Capricornian is not innately an energy that connects to emotion, which is the moon. And these being next to each other is really the what results in this anger and frustration. So, pile 3, decompress. Your commitment is being tested, and you think charging ahead in Aries mode. And are both represented by the ram? I want to say, well, I think Capricorn is represented by the goat, but Aries is like the ram, I want to say. I might be wrong, but they look similar. Well, might be reversed, I don't know. But that is your inclination, and Spirit is saying, nope, 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 nope. What you are meant to be learning spiritually right now is a lunar. You know, I feel like if we do tarot, the High Priestess will come out, or the star. It's watery. You know, star is also Aquarian, but like it's a watery decompression. Are you taking care of yourself? Because I feel like you're like This is the energy of this pile. Is like, okay, yeah, if you know, if a BICH, if a bic comes for me, yeah, someone's gonna get freaking cut. And Spirit is saying, okay, well, I mean, cool, you can do that, but why even say it out loud? What is the need? And oftentimes, and I say this to everybody, if you're a star, you don't need to tell anybody. You can do so in a charming wink way, but people who are legit like, I'm a star, nope, 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 nope. That's not your stardom speaking. That is your inner child wanting to prove itself speaking. Unless it's done in good humor, in which case it's funny and charming. But sometimes it's not like that, especially in LA. But I'm just kidding. But and I really think I was really talking to my partner, and I was like, you know, Princess Diana. And then, you know, my partner, he's just like, you know, he's an astronomer, hence why I got this for him. But I was just like, I talked to him about spirituality, and he's like, I mean, first off, he's a Gemini with like a Taurus moon. It's like he doesn't, you know. God, I sound like that meme. Like, I have multiple moons in Taurus, so I eat multiple meals a day. Like, I sound like that. I sound like that meme. But he doesn't believe in it. But he loves the crown. And I was like, you know, Princess Diana. And I think this will resonate with this pile. Did she ever say, hey, I'm a frickin' princess? Bitch. Like, no. No. She was just like, the only thing she ever said was like, I'd like to consider myself a princess of people's hearts. A queen in people's hearts. And the people fall in love with her. Like, oh my God, the humility. Like, Diana, you know, fuck my pussy up, girl. But like, it is because true stars never have to defend themselves. They know they exist in the heart. Now, whatever Prince Charles, soon to be king, ill. Oh my God, who likes him? Let's be honest. No one got a fucking poster of Prince Charles on their wall. That's disgusting. Maybe, but you know, it's like that. Like Prince Charles was like, I am the king. I am royalty. You know, it's just like, okay, no. Like if you have to say it, if you have to affirm, it's a defensiveness, and it means you're not really connecting from the heart. And this frog represents to me the heart chakra because it's the same color, in my mind, as you know, as a clear heart chakra, which is an innocent, pastel-y, beautiful, bright green, like peridot. My birthstone, you know, venturing. But and it's this pile is like confidence can so easily be a defense mechanism, and you're actually threatened. Because really, if you're really confident, you would never feel the need to address commoners, Leo, you know, so royalty. But like that is what I feel from this pile. I just really, and please watch the general readings. They are meant for everybody, and it's a message that you have to listen to. Like it was part one of this reading. If you skipped the general reading, like you need to go back and listen to it because it's part one. And I kind of, it's funny because each of these piles continued a theme from the general reading, and that's why the general reading is important. But because it's part one. But let me sense the inner child in this is in a state of defensiveness, you know. And so let me ask Spirit, shuffle this. Because I was compelled to shuffle. Why? Delilah. Maybe your name is Delilah. But what's happening with the inner child that's causing... And it's this defensiveness, it's impacting... Yes, it's because people were not generous to you in the past with the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is like, it's traditionally depicted by someone feeding beggars, people who are, you know, houseless, homeless, impoverished. And reverse, it's you have existed in survival mode. Like, you know, I made my way to the top by myself, you know. I don't have no sugar daddy. If I had a sugar daddy, I could go out and get one. Why? Because I'm sick, you know what I mean? Like, it's that energy of you're operating from this place of, well, no one gave me shit, so I'm not going to give shit about anyone else. And it's impacting you negatively. The Hierophant. It's making you frustrated. You feel alone. The Hierophant is, you know, religious system. It could be about marriage. It could be about, like, religion. Maybe religion put you in a state of defensiveness. Maybe religion really harmed you. The Five of Swords compels us to let go of fights. You know, it's traditionally like a victory card. Like, okay, cool, I did all this battle, like, with mental anguish. But really, when you fight with people, it's really projections because you're really fighting with yourself, you know. And the Seven of Pentacles, it's you're wondering, things are growing so slowly, creatively, and it's because of this defensiveness. You know, really, I mean, let's get some more. Let's get some more. I feel like there was supposed to be more. This defensiveness, what is it causing, Spirit? Emperor in reverse, yeah, robbing you of your power to manifest. Because you're manifesting from a place of desperation, which is Three of Wands, really tending to adventure, to flame, to voyage. You're cultivating this inner fire, which is beautiful. But it's coming from a place of, well, what is it coming from a place of? The world. I want to say entitlement. Four of Swords, not resting. Nine of Pentacles, not celebrating. Temperance, it's impacting your ability to create, so your ability to be sweet with that Page of Cups, really looking forward to emotional fulfillment. I mean, that's what I feel. That's what I feel from this pile. You know, the world, things happen sometimes that we don't want. And it's our job to invest in ourselves, detach, and take care of the inner child. Otherwise, we become reactive, and reactivity harms magic. It harms manifestation. And something you can do, and I told people, is your manifestation, it has to include gratitudes. Your manifestation list, your affirmation list, that will increase the magic. You can't just make a manifestation list like I'm this, I'm a millionaire, I have this career, I'm a renowned ballet dancer. I don't know why ballet is coming through for this deck, but like it has to be like you have to be grateful for what you have, and then write an affirmation of something you will have or see yourself having, and the gratitude imbues a recognition of what the universe has given you, so you don't miss opportunities because you turn your eye, frog eyes. Oh, God, someone said I had frog eyes once. It's true, I do. But you turn it to the universe, and you pay attention and you really listen. And I don't know why I'm shuffling Moonology, but I felt, God, that was subconscious. Meditate and contemplate. There's a lack of center with this pile. Balance, spirituality. Okay, this is why. This pile is not connected to the art as a form of spiritual praxis. As a form of emotional spiritual praxis. Your art is coming from a place of proving you are worthy, and that you are worthy of stardom, and that you're a fucking, baddie. And no. It's not serving you. With this solar eclipse, you're learning this. With these obstacles, the creativity blocked. It's your art. What you need to do is use it as a form of meditation and contemplation. And I bet this pile rarely thinks in that way. Use your art as a spiritual practice. And I said earlier in the video, when I turned my eye to spirituality, it imbued my life with a sense of purpose, and it changed my art, specifically changed my face. Nothing will come of the situation. Nothing's coming out of believing you're not lucky, with luck on your side reverse, with believing you're not lucky and you have to fight. Defensiveness becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. And I told someone I love today, I love this person so much. I was like, you carry, and pile 2 had the same energy. So I think pile number 3 needs to listen to pile number 2. And I think pile number 2 needs to listen to pile number 1. And I think all piles need to listen to the general video, but the general reading. But I told my friend, one of my best friends, I was like, you carry these blockages in your heart because you're a Capricorn. And he's like, yeah, you're psycho. Like, he doesn't believe in that, but that's one of my best friends. And I was like, and it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy because you put yourself in this inner child state of focusing on heartbreak and grudge, the anger of this red being blocked, like you're suppressing it, and it will affect your future relationships. And I was like, dude, you don't see it, but when you do have a partner, it will affect. It has a subtle rippling effect on how you approach people. And this for you has a subtle rippling effect on how you're approaching your art. And I said addiction, but that was the first thing I came. It's an addiction to anger, an addiction to emotional state. And my family suffers from borderline personality genetically. And, borderline to me is really an addiction to the two states of euphoric attachment and chaotic separation, abandonment. And it's kind of why for borderline people, they are kind of stuck in a cycle of like complete safety, or like everything's gone to hell and I want to break up with someone for no reason. I mean, I've done that to people, so I mean, You learn more about me the more in these videos, but yeah. But you know, something we suffer from. I suffer from. My family suffers from that disorder, and so but it's about cultivating a spiritual grounding, and I had to learn that a hard way, which is looking at the chaos I was cultivating in my life, and being like, okay, I keep thinking it's other people. Nope, it's me. It's me. It's me. Because I'm so confused as to why my relationships get really dramatic all of a sudden. And for you, it's a similar energy. You're wondering why is everything such a fight, and it's because you're not taking care of yourself. So you're reacting from inner child mode, and everything's becoming a fight. Connect with a body of water. This pile. Well, I don't want to do the. I want to do shadowscapes. Let's do shadowscapes. This pile needs to connect with a stream of water. Page of Pentacles. What do you need to do? Keep working on your stuff. It's saying don't shy away, but stop expecting return and reward, and that you're going to be rewarded for things. Stop expecting. Stop doing the art for that. Do the art for a spiritual, emotional decompression. And, well, Moonology. Let's get another Moonology. And Spirit, what does pile number 3 need to... Okay, here we are. Cancerian energy. Yeah, definitely listen to pile number 2. Personal issue is not reaching conclusion with this in reverse. And you're not allowing yourself to begin new transformation in your life. Ooh, look at these colors. Because there's a emotional frustration. And that frustration, sometimes it comes from, I should be treated better. I deserve better. And I felt like picking this. Ah, again, luck is on your side. The universe wants to reward you, but you're not letting it happen because you're finding yourself at odds with the universe. You're like, nope, I'm going to fight. I'm going to do... If you create from a place of defensiveness, it will come through. It will come through in people who want to work with you, the people you attract, the people you date. And, oh, you know, I should have picked this for pile number 2, but we'll do it for number 3. These are the healing trauma cards. But come on, I mean, let's honestly pick. Let's see what's been happening. Okay, that was a lot. You're working through a lot, and that procrastination that popped out. It's like you almost don't want to do it. It's too much. But you do it a little bit at a time. You decompress a little every day. And then soon it becomes a habit. And habits transform your character. And your character transforms your bussy. This channel should have been called Bussy Tarot, because it's literally the word I say the most. Well. Yes! Okay, I'll tell you something I tell everybody. And watch my channel intro video, where I'm in drag. I'm really tired. Your inner child, you're not connecting to it. There's a hurt and a pain, and it's causing this defensiveness. That Capricorn, that Aries, these are really intense and creative block. You're creatively blocked because your inner child is wounded, and you're operating from what's called the inner protector, which can be a form of saboteur, of inner saboteur, because you're like, the inner protector is kind of the mode your inner child goes into when it's like, I need to save myself because no one's going to save me. So you sabotage, you become paranoid, you hurt people, you hurt yourself, you self-harm, you, not to stigmatize self-harm, but like, give yourself buffer actions. The next time you find yourself overwhelmed and you want to do something that's harmful, a buffer action is something that gives you a moment of reprieve. You know, dye your hair, touch a yarn ball, you know, sensorial, take a bath, talk to your best friend, watch The Office. I have never even seen The Office, and it's literally like my #1 example of like little things can become ways of taking care of your inner child. You know, a buffer action, and you just give yourself a series of buffer actions to go through when you feel overwhelmed, and it decompresses you and prevents you from doing things that are harmful or that are too antagonistic. I sense antagonism, and if it's not to others, it's to yourself. This pile, antagonistic to the self. And you're on your way there, you know. Let me give you another card. I mean, let's give you some hope. Like, what is this little prince deck? Let's give you some hope. What really is... Well, I got the Hermit when I split it. It was upright. The Hermit is, it can be isolation, but in this card, which is the Little Prince, and read the Little Prince, because it's about saving your heart chakra, but this card is about really wonder of the universe. So Spirit is saying, cultivate a wonder for the universe, and it will actually let your inner child trust the world. Because when you're like, wow, the stars are beautiful, look. When you find beauty in the world, you find a way to trust the world. And you can do that many ways. Looking at the stars, going to the beach, body of water, like I said. Body of water, 10 of cups. Yeah, go to a river, go to a beach. You need to do that. Because there's too much fire and earth. Too much fire and earth with this deck, this pile. Imbalanced. You need to go to a river, a body of river. I mean, even watch a freaking river video on YouTube. Make that your wallpaper. I don't know. But like, emotional fulfillment to you will happen if you cultivate a wonder and a gratitude of the universe with friends, with children, with pets. That little prince. But you're definitely in this, even in this card, the snake who ends up killing the little prince in the story. He sacrifices himself. Spoilers! Everyone dies. Just kidding. But even the snake is transfixed by the love of the universe. And you need to find that. And it's through connecting with your inner child. God, pile number 3 is so long. And I only wanted this to be an hour, but I feel like it was so essential that pile number 3 was, you know. And this 10 of cups really emotional, you know. And this play, through play. You need to find a way to play because you're fighting. And this creativity, you don't need to fight. Your art needs to be enjoyable. And if it doesn't bring you joy, girl, people will notice. You know, and you know, before COVID, I did a show that was like, I was not joyous, and people felt it, and I bombed. And the lesson was, if you can make yourself smile, other people will. Even if you practice a lot and you stop smiling, because the joke becomes old, trust that original smile, the original feeling of the art, and trust someone will be sparked by it. So many things I've worked on, like, that have made people, you know, feel a way, and it's like, oh, cool, I felt that when making it, but only for a little bit, so if you feel it, the audience will feel it times 1,000. But let your art feel reprieve. Your art is too much fire. And I say that, and I'm Aries, rising Leo, Sun, Sag, Moon. And even I'm saying, girl, someone call the fire department, because, you know. And I'll say this, you're emulating your art with the approach. Let your art become an emotional, spiritual, watery reprieve, and it'll balance your amazing Leo, Aries, Capricorn qualities. You might be a fire or earth sign or have those placements. That's all pile number 3. And let's give you one project to work on, because I've been giving everybody. And listen to pile number 2. Okay, here we are. You need to make art. Yes. About spirituality. Make something that expresses a form of spirituality with the High Priestess, and that allows you to process heartbreak and hurt and frustration. Make art that allows you. So don't pursue your art like with those energies. Not all the time, for sure. Sometimes it's fine, but like make something of it. Make your art about it. Don't make your art that. Make your art about it. Don't make your art that. Does that make sense? Focus on it, but don't give it a place to reside, is one of my favorite meditations that I'll link below. And if you want more specific guidance, I mean, book a personal reading with me. It's sliding scale for now, you know. It's not going to be that way forever. So now's your chance. And thank you. That was everything. So I hope this video helped everyone. And pile number 3, you should listen to pile number 2. And book a reading with me, like and comment. And pile number 3, please comment on what resonated for you. It'll help with your algorithm, and it'll help my practice and allow me to bring clarity to more people the best that I can. And okay, well, thank you very much, and take care. You know, happy Monday. And or whenever you find this, it's a timeless reading. And subscribe to my Instagram below, Ancestral Miracle, and subscribe to my art Instagram, which is Leia_Slonganisa. And if you want to get a reading but you don't want to pay me, you can get a gift off the Amazon wish list. Just include your contact info, and I will book you. Just include your contact info. And that's it. Okay, take care and bye, you know. And yeah, it was 1:33:44 when I said take care, bye. So 33:44, whatever those numbers, which are angel numbers, you know. And I don't know, something about, I feel like showing you this. So if this makes you think of something, then yeah. Oh, I said Pyromancy for pile number 3, so let's do that real quick. Sorry, 1:34:06. Okay, Spirit. What is something pile number 3 can do to heal? take a break from whoever you're fighting with. That is what I heard. Take a break from whomever you are fighting with. You can take a break. You don't need to text them back. You don't need to watch their story. Even if it's like, take a break from interacting in situations that cause you upheaval and despair and anger. Okay, so that's it. Okay, take care and bye and God bless. And I mean, thank you, whatever deity you worship. Thank you for watching this video, and please subscribe and spread the word and book with me below. Okay, bye.